We are not here to just pay bills and die. Pay bills, lose weight, and die. No, we are not here just to do those things. We are here to have a human experience. It's not our fault that capitalism is like, no, you don't get to have human experiences, but it is our responsibility to give a middle finger to capitalism and to say, you know what, I'm going to pick my little spot on the horizon and I'm going to move toward it. Maybe slowly, but I'm going to move toward it. Hey friends, welcome back. It's August now, and that is terrible. We just keep moving forward. Linear time is really doing a number on me this year. But I would like to talk to you about something. Obviously, this is a podcast, so you're here to hear me talk about something. Good job, us. We're doing it. And what I want to talk about is feeling connected to the future when, like, you look outside and it's fascist. We are not living in great times right now. It is rough. There are horrible things every day happening. And I, for one, have like really lost touch with the part of me that used to be very like locked in and hopeful. And like I had a vision and I was building a future, you know? I was like, this is what my future is going to look like. I'm going to do things that align with that future and I'm going to work toward it. And then about 2 years ago, I just stopped. I stopped being locked in. I just disconnected from that vision. My mental health went on a journey. We've talked about it before. And now, like roughly 2 years later, I am finally feeling like I am back at the wheel of like my own life again. So had some time there where I was not fully engaged. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to be fully locked in all the time. Honestly, we can't be. Like, we have to take breaks and stuff. But this was not a break so much as it was like a breakdown. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I've been getting back into my morning pages, journal practice. I have been doing tarot readings in the mornings with my sister. We get on FaceTime and it's something that we're doing in the mornings to like just get us out of bed and into like a morning routine where we are introspecting. So I have been avoiding introspection for like roughly 2 years. And the 2-year mark is something that I wasn't aware of until I was in therapy, I think a week or two ago. And I was talking to Jared, my therapist, my gerapist. And I just grabbed one of my journals, like my moon journal that I used to journal with the new moon and the full moon. And so when it was the new moon, I would write about things that I wanted to like build, seeds that I wanted to plant, things that I wanted to manifest and create in my life and work toward. And then at the full moon, I would journal about things that like had fulfilled their time, things that I was ready to let go of, celebrating things that had come to completion and continuing to move on. And I was always in this cycle. So like every 2 weeks, I was thinking about my future. That's a lot of thinking about your future compared to none. So just the moon journal was like a very good introspective tool for me. And I stopped doing it in like spring 2023. That was the last time. And then there was like one entry in 2024, a full ass year later, and then nothing after that. And then I just obviously checked it a couple weeks ago. So it's been another year. So I have moon journaled one time in the last 2 years compared to 24 times a year. The numbers are down, y'all. So what is the point of that? The point of that is that then I had like a timeline and I started thinking like, well, what happened? Like, why? Because I was doing great. I was going up, up, up. Like business was booming. I was like so like locked in business wise. I knew what my services were. I knew what I was selling. I knew who my perfect client was. And like, it was easy for me to be successful in business because I was so confident in what I was offering to people. And since then, that confidence has tanked, partly because of some medication changes. I was on Cymbalta and that was not a good fit for me. I also uncovered that I think I'm dealing with OCD. It's not fully diagnosed. Like my psychiatrist is paying attention to it, but I haven't gone through like a strict diagnostic criteria tool yet. But I'm on like a new medication regimen. So we are dealing with like the anxious thoughts from the OCD. We are dealing with like the depressive thoughts. It's great. It's wonderful. Highly recommend Better Living Through Chemistry. All of that to say, 2 years is a long time to go without like your go-to coping mechanisms. You know, it's rough. And every time that I've tried to start a habit that like is good for me, whether that's taking a daily walk with the dog, whether that is like yoga, there were like 2 or 3 years where I did yoga every day for 10 minutes. And it was just 10 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot, but 10 minutes a day for several years is so much yoga compared to no yoga. Okay. So like I couldn't even like get on the floor and stretch for 5 minutes. I had this huge roadblock, and I finally had a breakthrough in my journal. I got the moon journal out because I was like, fuck this. I do what I want. You can't make me stop journaling weird depression thing that's going on here. And so I journaled, I'm writing things down, I'm exploring, and I'm like, what happened in 2023? And like some pretty significant personal stuff did happen to me in 2023. And I'm looking back and I'm like, okay, I can see why, like maybe that could cause like a little dissociation, a little disconnect from like the higher self vibe that I had going on. And now I also want to clarify the like being connected to my future self, being connected to that like higher self concept is not about toxic positivity. We are not a good vibes only household. Like stuff sucks and you're allowed to talk about stuff when it sucks, but also like you're allowed to envision a better future and work toward that. So cool. But the OCD part of me, the like morality police, got to saying things in my head like, how dare you? Like, how dare you have hope for the future when so many people don't? How dare you think positive thoughts when people are dying? And I started to feel shame anytime I felt confident, anytime I felt positive about something that I was creating. And so the past couple years have been this very uppy, downy cycle of like, I would realize like I'm totally like, I don't know, spiritually broke. Is that fair? I don't know. I was totally like disconnected. And then I would be like, well, this sucks. I don't like being disconnected. And so I would focus on it in therapy and I would journal a little bit, like for 2 or 3 days. And then I'd be like, okay, cool. So I figured out the problem. And then I would get like a little bit more confident, a little bit more sure of myself, a little bit more hopeful. And then within a few weeks, maybe a couple months, I'm back to being like, why do I feel so disconnected again? So first of all, I just want to tell you that if you also have been feeling disconnected, that's part of living. Like we can't be on all the time. There's nothing wrong with you. This is normal. And honestly, it's very, very normal in the current climate that we're in, like literal climate. I've got climate anxiety. It's 90 degrees today and just burning outside. And this is the coolest summer that we're ever going to have ever again. And I don't like that. I don't like all the natural disasters. I don't like that corporations and billionaires are the major polluters. And yet I feel guilty when I throw away one plastic takeout container. I feel guilty for getting the takeout in the first place. That guilt is a huge weight that just erodes my hope and disconnects me from a better future. And a better future is possible and important and matters. And we have to be able to look and see that better future if we are going to do anything to make it happen. You can't just look out the window and say, looks like a shit show, and then also like be part of the solution. Because being part of the solution, I think, requires a little bit of audacity and believing that there is something better that can be done. There is hope. There is a future. There is a possibility. And like, I'm stressed out, man. I know I'm stressed out. I know the world is trash right now. I am longing for the day that I wake up and there is a certain obituary, okay? I can't wait. And at the same time, I can't let the worry that it's all just going to be pointless and we're all going to die in a fire. I can't let that disconnect me from hope, from looking toward the future in general, and also my future. Because if I'm not actively creating my future, I'm just accepting whatever happens. And I'm a little more picky than that, to be quite honest. I would like to have some say in my future. I would like to decide what to work toward and then work toward it. So if that sounds like you, hooray, you have found me. Let's hang out. Okay, great. This is a time when we have to find little joys. Like anything that brings you joy right now is a revolutionary act. Anything that makes you feel happy, like deep down happy, tippy tap your toes, flap your hands in the air because you're so excited, like absolutely giddy with delight. Even if that delight lasts for 5 seconds, that is a huge win in a world that is like, hey, what's up? Welcome to a new day. Here's the garbage. Here's the trash that you can consume today. It's all bad news. Everything sucks and we're all going to die. Not helpful, just unhelpful. Okay, I would like to wake up and go think about a future that I can create, right? I want to journal it. I want to pull a tarot card about it. I want to talk to my sister about it. I want to talk to my friends and be like, won't it be amazing when we all get together this October in a cabin with an indoor pool? Okay, I have those plans. I want to make those plans. I want to make plans, period. I want to assume that I am going to last because the alternative is dying inside in advance. And I just simply cannot do the fascists' dirty work for them. Like, what a fawn response, right? I'll be like, oh, you don't want me to exist? I'm too queer. I'm too fat. I'm too disabled. Let me just lay down in a ditch and let the earth reabsorb me. I'm so sorry I was in your way, Mr. Fashy Poo. Let me just fall over and die. Absolutely not. I want to go out fighting. And fighting looks like happiness on an individual basis. Fighting looks like you have to do something that's just for you, whether that's art or reading a book or writing a book. I can help you write a book. P.S. Spending time with your friends, going outside, gardening, adopting a dog, adopting 6 cats. Like, I don't care what it is that gives you some level of satisfaction and joy and hope, but I need you to find it. I need all of us to find the little piece of hope. Because without it, we just sit here and wait for the inevitable. And I personally can't handle that. So I need you with me on this. Okay, cool. Good talk. So one more thing that I want to just kind of riff on, and then we'll probably be done because I've already been talking for about 15 minutes here, is my tarot cards have been just reading me for filth this week. Like today's card pull was like, how can I embody joy today? And I got reverse death and also the 10 of Swords. If you are unfamiliar with the 10 of Swords, it's a dead guy who is just full of 10 swords. Okay? It's not pretty. However, in like the Modern Witch tarot deck, they give you like a bonus card, like an extra. It's one to display, not one to read with. And it's the artwork for the 10 of Swords. And then it says everything is fine. And like, yes, that's the energy. So I ask the cards about like embodying joy. And then it gives me something I can't even remember right now. And then death reversed. And now death is not necessarily a bad card. It's going to scare people when it comes up in a tarot reading because they're like, oh my God, somebody's going to die. The death card usually means a rebirth, a renewal, an ending of something. That's pretty positive. And then the reversal suggests like, hey, bitch, is there something that you're just not letting go of? Like, do you need to let something go so that the renewal can happen? And I took that personally. And then the 10 of Swords, like a very literal interpretation, I wondered maybe I should get acupuncture. Maybe I need to be stabbed with 10 tiny sharp things. Hopefully not whole swords. But even the 10 of Swords is like, give it a rest. Like something is done. You did it, bookend it, let it go, put it on the shelf, process it, move on. And so that gave me a sense that perhaps, yes, I can now introspect about like the past 2 years and all the ups and downs and all of that, but I don't have to beat the dead horse. I don't have to go spelunking through the past 2 years and find like every place where like I could have made a different choice and then try to retroactively go fix those. That's not what reflection is for, because then you're in the past. You're spending all your time nitpicking your past choices. And like if I spent like a year and a half kind of dissociated and depressed and having a really terrible mental health time, like I don't need to go judge that version of me. You know, that's not going to help them. They're in the past. They already did it. And it's certainly not going to help me, especially when I'm trying to connect to the future me. right? I've got places to be. I've got people to become, you know? Like I want to choose my destiny. I want to choose the actions that I take every day that align me with a long-term goal. Now, in order to do that, you have to have a long-term goal. That's a big ask. I actually have a 10-year vision exercise that my clients like hate because they're like, 10 years? I can't even plan next month. But like, honestly, if you give yourself permission to just daydream and pick a spot on the horizon, it doesn't have to be 10 years. It can be whatever. It can be 5 years. It can be a year, 3 years, 25 years. I don't give a shit. But I want you to pick a spot on the horizon that is your most fulfilled life. And then I want you to move with dedication toward that spot on the horizon. You don't have to run. You don't have to go as fast as you can. You do not need a jetpack. This is not an assignment. This is a direction. This is a way that you move forward. This is just keep swimming. You know, like I don't know if it's true that sharks can't stop swimming or they'll die, but like sharks have to keep moving to keep water moving over their gills or they'll die, I think. We have to keep moving. The time is going to pass anyway, right? Like 10 years will pass. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. R.I.P. Smash Mouth guy. So if the time is going to pass anyway, you may as well like have a direction that you're working toward, right? Like you may as well have your eye on some kind of ball. And then just tiny things. It doesn't have to be every day. You don't have to take an action toward your vision every single day. But when an opportunity comes up, if your long-term vision is that you want to live in another country and you are offered a promotion at work that would require you to stay put and work in the office 5 days a week in a landlocked Midwestern state for the next 5 years as part of your contract, maybe you don't take that promotion because that is going to prevent you from new opportunities that might lead you to being able to move overseas. It can be that simple. It's just, I'm just saying, like, don't just give up and wait. Don't just sit there and wait to die. We are not here to just pay bills and die. Pay bills, lose weight, and die. No. We are not here just to do those things. We are here to have a human experience. It's not our fault that capitalism is like, no, you don't get to have human experiences, but it is our responsibility to give a middle finger to capitalism and to say, you know what, I'm going to pick my little spot on the horizon and I'm going to move toward it. Maybe slowly, but I'm going to move toward it. So thanks for spending this time with me. I love you. I really want to hear about what makes you hopeful for the future. So please tell me in a comment, tell me in my email. If you get my email newsletter, you can reply to that and it goes right to my inbox. And I love hearing from people. I would say that you could send me a DM on Instagram, but I'm going to be honest, I've been avoiding those lately because I'm in a K-pop Demon Hunters group chat and my friends just spam it with reels all day. And so Instagram is really stressful right now because it's full of K-pop Demon Hunters. Which is fine. I really like K-pop Demon Hunters, but like I don't need to watch 20,000 reels a day about it. Thank you.
They'll change your approach and tell you a joke to lighten your load and help you along or sing you a song. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.